You know the kind of posts I'm talking about? Those dumb chain image things your grandma shares on Facebook. Repost or get bad luck for 5 years. I've always figured they were just bait for attention or engagement, nothing more. But yesterday, after waking up, I saw one that stopped me cold. It was from my cousin Meg. We haven't spoken in a while, but we grew up close. Both raised by single moms, just a few streets apart. She's sharp, skeptical, has a big social media following. Definitely not someone who'd fall for viral garbage. Her post said, "You've been chosen to see something beautiful. Share now to opt out." Attached was a photo of an elderly hand with grotesque, overgrown fingernails, clutching a stitched, homemade faceless doll in torn, army green overalls. In the background were more dolls, all faceless, all dressed differently, standing upright in a concrete room, tinted by a green haze. In the corner of the frame, you could see part of a wrinkled, balding man's face. Just one wide, unblinking eye. And it looked gleeful. I felt a chill crawl down my spine. Not just because of the photo, but because Meg posted it. I clicked on her profile, confused. After a long buffer, the post was gone. Refresh. Gone. No trace of it. I told myself she realized how weird it was and deleted it. Still, I couldn't shake the image. I kept checking back, but nothing new appeared. I mustered the energy to get out of bed and threw on a dirty college sweatshirt and went to walk my dog, Biscuit. I had a nagging headache and didn't really care how I looked. The fresh autumn air in New England usually clears my mind. The orange and yellow leaves, the soft crunch underfoot, the smell of chimney smoke. I used to love this season, but lately I felt hollow, like I'm watching life through frosted glass. Biscuit is one of the only things that brings me joy anymore. We weren't far into the walk when I ran into my neighbor, Jeff. He's usually the type to corner me with boring car talk, but today he knelt down and hugged Biscuit like a child seeing his dog after years away. I almost smiled. Then he stood up and said, "Wait here, I've got something for him." He opened his car and pulled out a small toy. Biscuit grabbed it eagerly, but then Jeff looked at me. Slow, sadistic smile creeping across his face. "I heard you've been chosen," he whispered. I looked down. Toy in Biscuit's mouth was the doll. Same green overalls, same stitched body. My stomach turned. For a split second, I felt euphoric. Like seeing a dream I forgot I had. I remembered me and Meg at the beach when we were kids, laughing, soaking wet from chasing waves. It was so vivid. Then Jeff's grin shattered the moment. I grabbed Biscuit, left the doll on the sidewalk, and bolted. Back home, I lay down, hoping to sleep off the headache. I was just starting to drift asleep when I heard a knock. The postman stood there with a certified envelope. Needed a signature. I signed, not thinking much of it, and tossed it on the counter. But my thoughts kept spiraling. The doll, the image, the way it made me feel. You ever try to remember a childhood moment that's too fuzzy to grasp? This was the opposite. Crystal clear, like someone opened a window into my own past. I got up, planning to return to the sidewalk and see if the doll was still there. Then I remembered the envelope. I opened it. Inside was a large printed photo. The exact Facebook image. The doll. The man. The haze. My headache instantly vanished. I stared at the doll and was swept into another memory. Me and Meg at a snowy bus stop, laughing hysterically as my brother Tommy slipped on the ice. I'd forgotten that moment even existed, but it was real. I could feel it. Tears filled my eyes. What a beautiful memory. Then I tore the photo to shreds. My headache came roaring back, worse than ever. I dropped to my knees, clutching my temples. Then my phone rang. I jumped up, but sighed when I saw it was just my mom. Except, she was hysterical. Laughing, crying, I couldn't tell. She asked if I saw the news about my cousin. My stomach twisted. Which cousin? I asked. Silence. Which cousin, Mom? Long pause, then finally. You know exactly who. A call cut off. Heart racing, I opened up Facebook. For the first time, Meg's profile had an update. Photo. Meg's dead body. She was wearing green overalls, sitting in that same concrete room, but this time, multiple rotten dead bodies in the background. The wrinkled man was there, just his forehead and hand, but this time the hand was wrapped entirely around Meg's waist. A smoking revolver sat on the table, and a bullet was lodged into her forehead. Her eyes were rolled back. She was smiling. The same sadistic smile Jeff had. My phone slipped from my hands. When I looked up, an old, brittle man was rocking slowly in the chair across my living room. He was shaking something in his hand. The doll. But this time it was dressed like me. I collapsed in front of him, overwhelmed. And then I saw it all. Every moment of my life, playing out in perfect clarity. My mom's warm smile as I was born, running wild in the neighborhood as a kid. My first heartbreak, graduating, all of it. I don't want to die, but I couldn't look away. I felt my hand reach for the kitchen knife. I didn't even feel the first thrust, or the second. Blood poured from my mouth, but I didn't stop watching. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And now, I just want to show you. I want to show you something beautiful.